You look at Baylor or Art Briles. How much has his offense changed since he's been there?
Well, it's not
If
the
at
same
all.
offense
Yeah.
that he ran when we played him in the Sheraton White Bowl when I was at Houston. I think he's kind of turned it over to their coordinator a little bit more. So it looks a little bit different than what I originally remember him running. But they do a great job with their schemes. They really do. They have a good approach, good job spreading the field. They spread you horizontally and vertically.
There's some talented receivers, Coach. What kind of challenges will that present you?
Be real challenges. You got to keep from giving up the big play, and they seem to find a way to make big plays every game, and it's a real challenge for us to defend them. Our secondary will be challenged.
What does Florence bring to the table? When you look at him, what kind of things does he do?
Well, they kind of put guys in positions to make plays, and he's got quickness and speed, and he's got it all. I tell you, the guys that I'm concerned with are the running backs, because they really want to run the ball, and that's what they want to do. And they throw the ball, but they really want to run the football, and they do a good job scheming it with all the guys they have. They do a good job.
Are they more of a power running team, or do they like to get out to the edge?
They have the ability to do it with kind of that tight end off the ball with the fullback, and they run the power right at you, and then they do all the play pass stuff off of it. So that's why they get their big plays, because you're in there trying to gang up on the run, and all of a sudden they're throwing a post, deep downfield. So I've always said playing, these teams, you have to defend the run, and then if they beat you passing, they beat us. But you got to stop the run.
There was a report out that their starting nose tackle recently went out for the year. How much do you know about his backup, or the guy who will fill in for him?
He was kind of on the film. The kid that got hurt, he was on the film last year. He was not a starter, I don't think, for him this year, according to their reports. So the kid that's in there, we don't know much about, but that kid's backing him up, so he must be pretty good. The young man that's coming in there. So they have speed. And what they did last year, they put their speed guys on the edge, and they put their heavy guys, obviously, in the nose and the T, so they get the push. So our tackles will be challenged a little bit more with speed and quickness than the guards inside. What they want to do is have big, heavy guys for the run.
Baylor traditionally has a really, really big offensive line, and some of your players have talked about them. Are they overwhelmingly big, like some of the Texas Tech teams that you've seen in recent years? Are they that large?
They look on film that large. They're big guys. They, we have some quickness in there that hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of some of that with what we do. But they look like they recruit to size. Yes.
Defensively, you're deeper at linebacker than you've been, I guess, in several years. Mm-hmm. Early season games like this, when it's going to be hot, is that more important than ever? Are you to try to rotate fresh legs in, or would you like to go with starters most of the day?
I think we're going to play most of the guys the whole time, but we have some guys, both KP and Rambo have looked really good, and so they'll get certainly some game time in there too. And you got to be conscious of the dehydration stuff. You're going to probably have to IV guys before the game and halftime and everything else.
You guys attempted 10 field goals last year. Is that it?
We did, yeah. I think that was it.
And is that an initial aggression of trying?
No, it's because we didn't have really a guy that we've had confidence in to kick.
So do you expect him to kick more field goals?
Yeah, well, I mean, Chase has had he looks like a different guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll be our field goal kicker, and he's kicked very well this camp. He made it 58, 57, a couple, 2, 3 times. So
Chase went 8 for 10 last year. How does he look different? When you say he's a different guy, what's better this year?
He's stronger. and obviously he's not a rookie anymore. And when you grow up a little bit, you get a little more confidence.
How much of the offensive playbook are you comfortable with Garrett?
Well, we put everything in, but I'm kind of scaling it back a little bit just to make sure he has success. So we'll, do the things that I know that he feels comfortable with.